I believe we're live. I believe so. Remini and Badman YouTube was here earlier. He says you watched us a year ago. It's pretty awesome. What's the crown thing? What is that? Is that something new? You guys seeing this? Check this out. Check this out. Look at this. There's like this little crown thing. Is that like just how often they comment or something? Like if they're in the top commenters, or I don't even know what that is. That's a new thing, yeah. We're the monarchs. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, but how's it going, people? I have been sick for 2 weeks, super sick, and I'm probably gonna still be coughing like throughout the stream, but the last time I streamed was a Monday 2 weeks ago, and on that stream, or it might have been a Tuesday, but on that stream I was like, man, I don't feel so good. Like as the stream went on, towards the end of it, I was like, I'm not feeling so good. And it was like an hour after I finished streaming that I'm like, man, I'm sick. I could feel myself declining, and I thought it was just exhaustion from streaming because I'm kind of an introvert, but it was because I was actually just getting sick. So wow, everybody's chatting. Road to becoming number one. Remini, a human. How's it going, a human? Chase Allen, what's up? Tanver Foy's Thoke. Probably pronounced that wrong. Thoki. Hello, Remini. Hello, Tanver. I'm not Remini, but I'll say hello anyway. Rasping Python, what's up? Am I missing anybody? Badman YouTube. Yeah, I saw that you commented there earlier on, Badman, about watching a year ago. Well, let me tell you what, the game has changed quite a bit since a year ago. So I used Godot for that first time. I used Godot for the first time in months today. Oh, nice. Getting back at it. That's pretty good. Well, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to today's not sick enough to... Let's see. How do I phrase that? Today's stream of, I guess I'm feeling better enough that I can stream again. Stream. Yeah, I'm still going to be coughing, probably like right into the mic. I'm just going to cough right here. Okay, so let me show you. I did still keep working on the game even though I was sick, because we have the deadline of the game being done by July 22nd. So it has to be completed, ready to go. It's not actually going to be public at that time. It's just going to be done. Development will be complete on July 22nd. And that is not very far away. Not very far. It's going to be 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks to get it done. But we can do it because I've been working on it. Check it out. Look how much shorter this list is. My animation project is getting closer to being done. Nice. Nice. I can't wait to see the whole thing completed. That'll be really cool. Barely healthy to keep on. Yeah, the barely healthy to keep on stream. How's it going, Indo? Excuse me. It's all stream long. We should do like a cough counter. That'd be cool. See how many times I cough during the stream. It'll probably be up into the hundreds. But anyway, this list is I've made this a lot smaller. I made it smarter too. No, smaller. I completed all the sound effects while I was sick, and I fixed a few bugs. I completed making additional levels as well. So now there are 30. Well, they're not levels; they're sections. There are now 30 sections. What sickness messed up your brain? It might have messed up my brain. I don't know what I got. It could have been COVID because it had similar symptoms to classic COVID. It's just not as severe as the COVID used to be. It's got the Rona. So yeah, lots of coughs and I started with a fever. Like when I first got sick, the day that I was streaming last time and I got sick, the next day, man, I had chills and fever, and then I was just like it was cold sweats and horrible sick. And then my fever eventually broke after about 2 days, and then I've just been not feeling good for like a week and a half after that. So, but Yeah, feel like actually I've been feeling all right for like the last week has been like okay-ish, but the cough has gone down slowly, and now it's finally good enough that I'm like, okay, I can stream and just cough on stream. But it was so bad, it was like coughing all the time, and so I was like, there's no way I can't stream like this, and my voice didn't even sound normal. So yeah, we're back to a place where we can maybe stream still. Wait, start again. I didn't count the coughs. Yeah, we'll have to start over. So yeah, one, he says. Now it's two. Is the Nerf shop made up of squares still? Is the Nerf shop made up of squares still? I don't know. I don't think there is a Nerf shop anymore. I don't know if there ever was, but we'll check it out. Let me show you what I've done. So, Batman especially. Let me know if you've seen some differences. Oh, I gotta reset this spawn though. Hang on. I was adding the sound effects to the cutscene. Oops, don't want to move that. I just want to move the player. I was adding sound effects to the cutscene, and so I had to play the cutscene over and over again. And so I moved my character to there so I could trigger it. I also added red lights on the seventh round. When you're going on your last round, all the lights will turn red. And so I was testing that as well. So here we go. Let's go full screen. I might need to move back anyway though. So you're not going to see a lot of differences here necessarily, although these are some of the new sections. We'll probably see some of those as we go. There's a 3% chance that a section will be one you haven't seen before, because there's now 30 sections instead of 20. We did make a few sections on stream, but they weren't ever activated because I forgot to adjust the count of total sections from 20 to 30, and so they were created, but they weren't going into the pool. Well, this is quite the maze. Who made this section? It's awful. Also, you might notice down here in this side, there's a little number. That's the score. The way it works is when you start a round, you get 100, and then it goes down every second that passes. And each time you kill an enemy, it will go up based on the enemy that you kill. So if you kill like these guys, I think it goes up by 4 or something like that, or 5. The smaller guys are worth a little bit. The ones that run at you, they're a little easier to kill, and they have less hit points. They only have 2. These ones have 3, and then these ones have 3. And so they're different values. So the more enemies you kill, the higher this number goes, and the quicker you go, the more of a score you can snag. So you only get to keep the score if you make it to the end of the round. And we'll get to the end of the round so you guys can see the cutscene as well. I love the lighting effects. Thanks. The lighting does it does a lot. Adding lights adds a gradient, especially if it's just white lights. It adds gradients to the colors you already have. Like right here, there's a light. There should be. Oh, it must be under the sprite. That's a visual bug. So there should be a light right there. And you can see this kind of gradient circle around the corner. It just gives it a much more visually appealing thing. And then the shadows as well add a lot, I think. So when you can add lights to your games, definitely do. It can make quite a difference. It makes it feel a lot more polished than it otherwise would. I don't think I can count the coughs like this. Too many coughs. I haven't coughed in a little bit. Maybe it's because I'm just talking so much, but now I'm thinking about it and I feel an itch in my throat. I'm probably gonna there we go. that sounded staged. That was real. We're good. We're good. I'm gonna hold it back. Yeah, and this is definitely a new section. I just made this one recently while I was sick, so you've never seen that section before. Okay, I've added sound effects to the cutscenes. Hopefully you guys can see it okay. But here's the transition cutscene or whatever. Oh, hopefully the transition fading is working, but if not, that's okay. I'll just look a little. Oh yeah, the transition didn't work, but it's still. I'll be quiet so you can hear the sounds. Okay, well that's to get to there. Let me turn the transition screen back on so it looks better, and we'll just go back into the end room here. We will see this again. You can't really hear it because I turned down the sounds. So we'll turn that back up again. Go full screen. Okay, so once you pick 2 abilities and you hit the button, and I added sound effects to the button sliding. I felt like that sounded pretty good. Okay, and there's also spark sound effects, bubbles. I think we added the bubble sound effects in the past already. Right there, did you hear it? And then the spark sound effects. I also changed the sound for when you hover over things, so it's a little less intrusive. Because before it was like this loud. But in fact, it was this sound. When I let go of this, you'll hear it. So hearing that sound repeat over and over again was kind of annoying. So yeah. Anyway, you select two things and you hit this, and then we'll get the next cutscene. And I'll just be quiet so you can hear it. Aw, yeah. What'd you guys think of that? That's with the sounds. Eventually, maybe we'll have music too. I don't know yet, but we'll see. A little bit of a jingle. It's only a few seconds long, so I don't know what kind of music we would put in there, but figure something out. Oh, and also sound effects for when you take lethal damage. Here, we'll listen to the lethal damage sound effect again. He's so disappointed he didn't make it. Greg. Yeah, the little robot. Greg. Somebody else said it. They were saying something else. What was the other? What was it? Egg. Someone else thought they were saying egg over and over again. No, yeah, there, Raspberry Pi. No, it's egg. that was crazy. Yeah, did you like the sound effects there? That was pretty good, right? But then you could see the score, right? Let me use the game real quick, and then we can see there. High score 751, but I got a score of 0 this round because I didn't make it to the end of that run. So you have to save at least one person to lock in any score at all. But then each round you get a different score. But check it out. Let me close out of this. One of the other ways that the score works is, and this is what I did while I was sick, I implemented the score system. And maybe we can tweak it and adjust it if we feel like we need to. One of the other ways that the score works is when you're in this room, you get to select an ability to lose and something that will make the environment harder. And depending on which part of the environment you make harder and the ability that you lose, you will increase the, here we'll do this one and that one so we can see it the most. You'll increase the starting amount. We'll go through the cutscene. The cutscene is unskippable just because of the way I made it, but it's only a few seconds long, so hopefully people can live through sitting through that. Oh, it said 100. That's awkward. It's supposed to say more than that. Maybe it's broken somewhere. But depending on which abilities you select to lose and which part of the environment you make harder, this number should go up. I might have broken it since I adjusted it, because I added the ability for the robots to increase the value as well. Oh, I know exactly what I did. I'll have to fix that off camera sometime. But so this value will go up depending on which abilities you select, and the only way you'll be able to know which ones impact what is just by watching this number. But that will incentivize or at least reward selecting the harder to lose abilities. It's like, I like this ability because it keeps me alive. For example, the one that I selected is the shield ability. People might really like that ability because it gives you much more opportunities to take damage and not die. And so that one would be the most valuable. But I can always change that value based on balancing to help balance. So yeah, but like if you were to select this one first, then that's more points that you'll get each round, or potential points that you'll get each round. And so you could get a high score by selecting this one first, although you have a harder time getting through. So, could be good. Graphical user deficit. What? Graphical user detention. What are you guys talking about? This is the menu that used to be squares. Oh, did it? Yeah. Yeah, here's the menu. I think it did used to be squares. Like everything used to be squares and circles. This guy used to be a blue circle, and all the enemies used to be red circles. And then, yeah. I think the sword was always a sword. But other than that, everything used to be just simple shapes. A lot of progress. Not a lot left to do, though. So let's look at the list. Oh yeah, I know what we're doing, because I put it in the title of the video, or the stream. We're going to be doing this, make the score multiplier look good. So you saw that I added that to the game. Oh, wrong scene. So we have the score counter. We need to make it look good. And what I imagined we would do is add like a little, let me make it full screen. What I imagined we'd do is add like a little button projector here, like a little camera lens almost, and then it projects the numbers up here where we can see it. And we'll put in an actual font or something, or a font that looks better. Maybe we'll go for like a pixel art font of sorts if I can find one. But we'll do some kind of little like projection. And then it will also go up and down with the arm. Right now it's just some text that's floating there and gets the data and displays it. So yeah, that's what we're going to work on today. If we work on anything. What do after we started a trend, the person who started it deleted their message, so you could never know? Oh, is that what happened? Someone was trying to come up with, I don't know. Hey Artindi, I've been thinking of making a game called Cost with a C, where you have to save people from tubes and escape a building. I don't know why, but I think there's already a game that's like this. I think there is, but it's spelled with a K, so you're probably fine. Yeah, it's totally different. You're spelling yours with a C. No, there isn't. Yours has, yeah, exactly. Yours has a C, so it's a totally different game. All right, so that is in the UI scene. UI scene. So the text is right here. Let's see. Current time score. That's what I named it. Because it was just going to be, that's how I was going to communicate what your score was, because I couldn't think of a better place to put it. And then it was going to be just every enemy you killed that would automatically count towards your score, but I changed it so that each time you kill an enemy, it just increases this score, and then you have to complete a round to lock that score in. And I feel like that's a little bit more, I think that works a little bit better, because then you can see the direct impact of time versus enemies you kill. And so rather than being forced to complete a round in a certain amount of time, or you won't get those points, but you still get the points by killing enemies, the enemies convert into how long you have to complete the round. I don't know, it just makes sense to me. It felt like it would work smoother. If not, we can always change it. Reminds you of Pizza Tower. Really? Interesting. That's because of the art? I mean, maybe. I don't like the art on Pizza Tower. That's the only thing that's kept me from playing it. I know it's like a really fun game and people really like it, but the art looks like it was drawn in Paint, Microsoft Paint, and so it looks so unappealing to me visually that I haven't bothered playing it. I'll catch you later, Lens Arcade. Everybody's leaving because of that. I'm sure it's a great game. It looks so visually unappealing to me that I haven't, like, I put up my wish list and everything, and maybe I'll get it one day, but I just haven't bothered because of that. Also, I'm not a big fan of precision platformers. I know it's not a precision platformer, but like, I don't know. Platformers are not my favorite. What if the score looked like it was coming from a hologram or a screen? Yeah, and that's what I was kind of thinking, like a little hologram projector right here, and then it just like shoots the thing up there. So let's do that. Go to a sprite. I'm not leaving. Just said bye to the other guy. Oh, okay. Well, bye, other guy, whoever it was. Sorry. Yeah. Bye. You are purples. I am purples. The be cool guy says I'm purples. What's up, be cool guy? Let's see. File open. We need the other thing. Is it under placeholder art? Could be, or it's under the player art. Player. Nope. Boy, where did I put it? Oh, under UI. Nope. It's probably under placeholder art then, isn't it? It's not. Where is it? Environment? Here, we can figure it out here. Sprite. No, it's this one. It's this sprite. This texture. If I hover over it, it'll tell me where it is. Environment and room ability armband. Okay. Environment and room. Who put it here? Who organized these files? What an idiot. Let's see. Is it just the full export? Maybe? Yeah, I think this is no. It is two parts. It is the two parts. So we have, oh wait, is this it? Yeah, this one's probably it. Here, we'll find out. Save. No, it's not that one. Control Z. Unless is it the exported one? Let's see. Open, export. Let's draw on this one. Save. Nope, it's not that one. It's probably this one then. Save. There it is. We found it. Okay. Yeah, it's a two-parter. Let me close this. Don't save. There's two frames. One frame is the top half, and the other frame is the bottom half. And that way we can have the, oh crap, I saved that, didn't I? I told it not to save. What the heck? Undo. I can't undo it. That's stupid. Oh no. It's okay. We could fix this. We can make it better. We got a faster way to do this. There. Okay, fixed. Anyway, there's two sprites. That way those cards can slide up and down, so it looks like it's going into these slots, right? Right here. It looks like it's going into the slots because it's just going behind the top half of the sprite. But right here is where we need our little projector doodad. If we were to draw it like right here, like this, put some black on there. Should we make it look like it's curved or something? Or is that, I don't know, is that good? Let's see if it's good. We'll save it and check it out. Where's those extra pixels coming from? What the heck? Oh, let's see. I didn't fill it in. Okay, let's save it again. Check it out. Okay, so we could have something like this, and it'd just be like particle. We'll do a particle emitter and just have it look like a hologram or something. I just bought a jaw harp, and I've been jamming out while watching this stream. Nice. I have a nose flute. Have you ever tried one of those? It's not the same as a jaw harp. Jaw harps are interesting. I imagine they're much harder than a nose flute. A nose flute is basically like a kazoo, except you use your nose, I guess. It's weird. Why would you do that? He says. Why would I do I don't know. Let's make the pact to both go to bed by midnight. Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Sleep is important. I'm not going to encourage you to stay out of bed unless you're watching my stream. Then I mean, well, it's up to you. I probably won't go to bed by midnight. Aw, he broke the pact already. And the red line's back. Got some motivation to work on Godot. We're gonna protest if you don't. Or F with. We want the red line. Bring back the red line. I feel like the while I hear you, and I see your perspective that you appreciate the red line. At the same time, I would like to suggest that the red line may degrade the quality of the game. Therefore, it would benefit and behoove us to remove it. I would like to submit that for your consideration. So yeah, that's no, he says. All right. Do you guys think this works? A little projector doodad there. Let's add let's add that. Make it look like it's got a reflection of something. I don't know. Or we should make it blue. I think it's reflecting the here. Save. That looks stupid. Why did I think that was a good idea? Let's do this. There. It's a bit better. Okay, this little nub of a projector is going to shoot our text up there. 7 human lines are needed to break the barrier. Like the word behoove, we have behove in Swedish, which means need. Yeah, it basically means the same thing. It would behoove you. I actually, I don't know if it means exactly the same thing. I think it means more like benefit. Actually, we're going to look it up. Behoove meaning. It is the duty or responsibility for someone to do something. It is incumbent on. Aha. So it's kind of like need, but more of like a duty. So it would behoove us. I always saw it as like it would be beneficial to us, but I guess it doesn't quite mean benefit. It would behoove us to remove it. It would be our duty to remove it. Yeah, that makes sense. How many Swedes are in this community? Because Bullen Boy is also Swedish. It would be interesting now. I know there's a lot of Swedish who are just online. It's like Swedish people just live on the internet or something, and so they're overrepresented potentially on the internet. There's 2 Swedish. Red line. Well, no. Yes, the red line will definitely be in the game for sure. Yeah, absolutely, definitely for sure. Okay, let's do the my brain isn't working. It could be because I was sick for 2 weeks. It would behoove me to unit test, but first I must make the core gameplay loop. That's a good line. It is hard to test a game unless you have the core gameplay loop in place. But yeah. Rudda Tradin, the red thread. It better be. Yeah, of course it's gonna be. Like, how would I not include the red line in the game? Like, obviously, I want a red scribble and just covering things in the game. So yeah, for sure. Okay, we need a what's it called? Particle GPU particle 2D. I think that's the one we need. And how do we do particles again? Process material, new particle, process. There we go. And we're gonna stick it right here. And we need to change its layering, ordering. Z index needs to be up enough to be above that. Does it have to be like 500 or something? Why is it still behind it? What the heck? Let's do, wow. Just can't go above the other. What did I set that to? Let's see. Where is it? Sprite 2D. 400. Set to 400. Why is this particle behind it? It's at, oh, I'm at negative 4,000. What the heck? That would help. All right. I started playing R2 Red Dead Redemption, and it's great. It's the reason I bought the jaw harp in the first place. Oh, do they play jaw harp in Red Dead Redemption? It's a very old instrument. Doesn't it hit your teeth? Isn't that like what makes the sound? Maybe I'm wrong, but I believe it, like when you it's like doing 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 doing, right? You like tap a thing on the side. Here, we'll look it up. Jaw harp. Yeah. Yeah, you like, yeah, isn't it like bouncing on your teeth? So you put your lips on this. Here, we'll look. You put your lips on this and this, and then you tap this guy, and it bounces on your teeth. Here's a guy doing it. Right? And so with this hand, he's going to just tap that little tab so that it wiggles back and forth, and then it will bounce on your teeth and kind of make this interesting sound. And then you can change the pitch with your, I think with your throat or something. I've never actually played it. I've just seen people play it. Don't actually listen to Redline Cult. They get sick of it in 3 seconds, and everyone else would say, "What the F is this?" Jaw harp resonates in your mouth. Resonates. I have that exact one. This exact jaw harp, or this one. Yeah. So this little metal piece vibrates because it's secured here. If you tap it, then the metal bends, and if you imagine if you let that go, it just like it wiggle back and forth super fast. It go like, and so when it does that, it like, as it's going back and forth, when it swings down, it smacks into your teeth, which is what makes a sound. And it does it over, guys, against your teeth, and then you hit it again, and it does it again. And yeah, it's weird. Although I'm not sure. Is it supposed to hit your teeth? That's what I've heard. So, but anyway, let's get back to work. Love the mouse visual. Yeah, was that like okay. Let's make this look good. First, we're going to change the color to blue to match everything else. So, where's that display color? Let's make it blue. Not that blue. Kind of on a light blue. Okay, let's do that. And then we're going to have to change the sprite being used, because that's just not going to work. Probably going to have to make a new sprite. We're going to go 64 by 64. Should probably be fine. And then we'll just do it in white. And we want just a line like this. And the line, well, let's erase it actually. We want a line like this. Should we do the whole 64? Let's do that. Let's get the line tool though. So I'm just gonna go across like this and make it wider as we come towards the inside. Or not wider, but less transparent as we move towards the center. Like so. Now this might be hard. We might need to reduce how long this is. so it will work better. But let's save this. Yeah, we could save it here. Why not? That's probably how my files ended up as bad as they are. Add an enemy that looks like it's charging a big attack, but when it attacks, it starts a while loop and the game freezes. That's a good idea. I like that idea. The more unresolvable while loops we can include, the better. I think that will make people enjoy the game quite a bit. You know what? I'll make a video. Do please. Of your jaw harp. Wait, who has the jar harp again? I thought it was the Bool guy. Oh, everybody's making the dotted lines. The B guy, the Be Cool guy. That's what it is. Yeah, right? No, I don't know. I forget. Make the game crash when you try to start it. Actually, it was doing that. Apparently, it crashes when I press F7, I think. I'll show you. I have no idea. I don't think I have anything even set to F7. But watch, let's run it. And then if I hit F7. No, F7 kills me. I need is it F8? Yeah, F8, it just kills it. Is that... I don't think that's something I did though. I feel like that's just built in. Like is F8 a built-in command to close the thing? Because I tried to make a hotkey. Check it out. I made a debugging key, which I'll have to remove before the release of the game. But I made a debugging key that just kills everything. Because I was trying to fix the walls. Remember how... Uh-oh, this one's actually still broken. What? I thought I fixed all of them. What a rip-off. Maybe because this one's one of the newer ones? Yeah, see, now I'm behind it. Hopefully the fixes didn't revert. Let's go to the next room and see. Yeah, see, this one's fine. See, I'm in front of the walls that are up here, but behind the walls that are here, because that's the perspective that it should be. So I guess there's just one that is still broken. But yeah, most of them should be fixed. But as I was testing them, I was like, I don't want to fight through all the enemies every single time I need to test this. And so I added a debugging key to just remove all the enemies. Yeah, it's pretty good. Enemy that sends all your passwords to Artindi as soon as it loads in. Ooh, that would be quite the enemy. I actually like Roblox Studio because I can make online stuff without needing to know how to do networking. Oh, like multiplayer kind of thing and all that stuff. Yeah, that's fair. It's not easy. I did it once just to see if I could. And I was like, yeah, I can figure that out. And then I've never bothered making a multiplayer game. If I did, especially as an indie developer, it would be only multiplayer so that you could play with like one other person, because it's too difficult to, unless you make it big somehow. It would just be for like multiplayer with just your friends or something, rather than playing like a shooter with other people, or I don't know. I know another indie dev who his first game that he made, it was a shooter, kind of like Counter-Strike, but it didn't look like Counter-Strike at all. And it wasn't Counter-Strike, but it was that kind of game where it was supposed to be, you know, like you wait in a lobby until enough people are there, and then it puts you in a match, and it's blue team against red team, and yeah, that kind of thing. And it was fun. Like, I played it for a little bit, and he did his very best to get people to play it actively. And for a little while, there's small groups that would get together and play. But it's very, very difficult for indie developer to make a game popular enough that it can sustain. And it lasted like maybe a month or two before he decided to just make the game free, because he couldn't get enough people to play it actively for it to persist. So yeah, that's a thing. 'Tis a thing. I'm late. Yeah, you are, Bowling Boy. You're so late. Everybody's been talking about you, how you're from Sweden. Because apparently that's what we were talking about. Couch co-op multiplayer is the best kind of multiplayer. Yep, and that's the only kind of multiplayer I would implement is just what you said. And so, especially as an indie developer, because otherwise, how the heck are you supposed to get an audience? Like, you can't expect an audience large enough to get behind your game. Like, it's possible, but it's highly unlikely. So I wouldn't necessarily aim for that unless you just have some extreme confidence in your game somehow. We were talking about the Swedish. The Swedish. Do you guys have fish there? Because, man, fish from Swedish are delicious. I love Swedish fish. You should call the game Ekluger. Ekluger? What is that? I don't know how to pronounce that. Ekluger? Ekluger. Read it backwards. It's pretty good. I didn't read it out loud backwards because I was like, is it a bad word? But it's just roguelike backwards. I like that. It's funny. You're a funny guy. So funny. I started listening to Avicii and forgot how much I related to his music. Oh, he's got some sick beats. I think he's the one who like started that trend of that particular style of beat that like every song was doing for a while. So, because it's like, oh, that's popular, so let's do it too. But yeah. Okay, we need to finish making this actually work. So we made that sprite. Did I name it something? I was gonna name it. Then you guys distracted me. It's gonna be called the projector. What's it called? What is that node called? My brain is not working today. The projector thingy. Projector particle. There we go. Particle. I don't know how to spell particle. Close enough. Projector particle. Particle. Projector. Did I not save it all the way? What the heck? That's where I saved it. Oh, I didn't save it as a PNG. Whoops. Okay, now we have it. And that's going to go into somewhere, the texture right here. Wait, maybe not. Process, texture. Isn't it under texture? Resource, no. It's got to be under texture. Filter. What? It's not texture. Oh, there it is. This texture. Texture. There we go. Boom. Nice. It's way too big. So we're going to change the scale to like what? 0.2. Yeah. Now I feel like it's not gonna work. Okay, let's mess around with some more things. Let's change the gravity to not exist because it's not gonna be affected by gravity. And then we're going to change the spawn area, maybe. The angle. We need to change the angle. Display, color curve, hue, animation, animation velocities, angular velocity. We don't want to spin. Spawn angle. Here we go. So it can have a max angle of. I want it to be like 45 degrees. So we'll do 45. There we go. See, and this is what I was talking about. I think we need to change the sprite so that the center of the sprite is on one of the ends. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So what we could do is just double the size of the sprite to, what is that, 128? Oh, wait. And then we need it to go down to the bottom. There we go. Save. There. Projector. It's a little too blue. Not see-through enough for what I want. So we're going to control the see-through-edness in the display color. I'm just going to change it here. There we go. And then the scale is a little bit too small, I think. So we're going to go 0.4 instead. Look at that. Projection or something. Oh, you guys are chatting a lot. Holy moly. Holy moly. Favorite soda? Someone said Coke Zero. I've always liked Dr. Pepper, but it turns out I'm allergic to coconut. And so Dr. Pepper has coconut in it, and I can't drink it. So yeah, it's a shame. But I also like Guaraná. It's pretty yummy. It's from South America. It's mostly in Brazil, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Otherwise, I like fruit flavored carbonated drinks as well. Just like any fruit flavored carbonated drink. Super yummy. It doesn't have to be like a standard soda. It could just be, yeah, whatever. Put some caffeine in it too. Yummy. Not an energy drink, just a bit of caffeine in a soda, you know? So, Swedish is a language. It's called Max. Wait, what are you guys talking about? Oh, is there some kind of drink called Max? Jack in the Box. Oh, fast food places? I don't know. I don't eat out a lot. I like a good jerker joint. Burger joint. Those are always pretty good. The game or the restaurant? I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about, honestly. I'm so lost. I got focused on these pixel things or whatever it is, the particles, and then I look up and you guys are talking about I don't even know what. The commercials are funny. For Jack in the Box, yeah, they got some funny commercials. I like Subway. Subway's pretty good. It feels healthier than other places. By the way, when I was dating, that was my go-to for first dates, and here's why. It's amazing for a first date because it's not very expensive, but it's still relatively high quality food, and you can pick what you want. And so it doesn't put any pressure on your date because you go sit down and you say, and if you're paying, you go sit down and you're like, all right, let's order. Well, I guess you're Subway, so you're not going to sit down, but you're going to order your food, and the food is whatever they want to select, and it's always a guaranteed price. Like if you're getting a foot long, it's around $10 or whatever the price is now. So if you're getting a foot long, it's only so much, and so they don't feel pressure to order something cheaper because they don't want to be like that person, right? Where if you go to a classical restaurant, your date might be like, oh, I'm just going to order the salad because I don't want to be imposing because you're paying, right? There's no pressure at Subway for that. They can order whatever they want, and they know it's not expensive. Like the price is pretty much set on whatever sandwich they get, so it's great, right? And it's the other issue that I've found is you don't necessarily want to take, unless you know them, but you don't necessarily want to take a date of someone that you met recently and you don't know a lot about them to like McDonald's, because as far as you know, they are very opposed to eating the unhealthy crap at McDonald's. And so, but Subway is relatively healthy. And yeah, it just works great. It's a great first date restaurant. So that's usually, I ate at Subway a lot when I was dating because that's where I would always take first dates, straight to Subway. Okay, but maybe you guys can see how this is going to work. This will be our projector, and then we can have the text floating somewhere inside this projection. Could be really cool. I have a better idea. Instead of Subway, go to the grocery store and DIY. I have done that before on dates too. I didn't always do Subway. It was just my best go-to. But I have done grocery store and done some DIY. That's always fun. Just go to like a local grocery store and pick up something. One time I went on a date to a grocery store and we picked up sandwiches. Actually, we could have just gone to Subway, but we bought sandwiches and then went to the park and ate them. It was pretty great. Oh man. Okay, maybe this will work. Maybe not. It might look just a little tacky. I think what could help a little bit with this is adding. Let's do the light sprite. Circle light. Or is it called round? It might be called round. Yeah, round. So if we add this in, but we change the scale to like 5%, and then we want to change the color, of course. Where's that at? Process? No. Visibility. Modulate. Here we go. So we're going to change it so it's not nearly as intense and also give it that kind of blue hue as the other thing. And then we probably need to bring the scale down a little bit more. Not that much. Let's go to like 0.3. Yeah, maybe. What if we made like 2 of them? Okay, and then we can change the angle of this to like 55. Make it a little wider like that. And we can change the scale. We'll give the scale a little bit of room to flex. So we'll do there. So some of them will be short, some will be long. And we also want to adjust the time. We don't want them to last 1 second. Let's make them last like 5 seconds so it feels a little bit more like, yeah. Okay, and then to remove the suddenness of that, we're going to adjust this color. We're going to change it from just a solid color to a is it color ramp, I think? New gradient. Yeah. So let's do this here. So this will be a blue, like so. I'll put that right there, and we're going to add another one. It's going to be the same color, but we're going to have it be transparent. So instead of it suddenly appearing just like smack, it's appeared right in front of your face. It's going to appear but and be invisible, and then grow to visibility. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. Let's bring this one in, make it that same-ish color, right around there. And then add another one that is clear. There we go. So throughout its lifespan, it will go from being invisible to visible, and then back down to invisible again. But let's actually change these to semi-transparent because we don't want it to be quite so solid. There we go. How's that look? Does that look dope? Okay, and then the score is here. Let's say we have a score of like, I don't know, 124. That's what it looks like right now. Looks like stupid. You have a wife? I do have a wife. Oh, he has a beard. Do I have a beard? How do you know? How do you know he has a beard? Is it because I brushed my chin and you could hear the... Can you hear that? Sounds like sandpaper. I shaved yesterday, so I don't really have a beard, just like that stubble. Oh. Artindi takes you on a date. He goes to Subway. It's frowny face. Subway is just the place where you eat. After or before, there'll be some kind of activity. I believe on a date you have a meal at some point, or you eat something. It doesn't have to be a meal, but you have to eat something, or at least have the opportunity to eat something, and some kind of activity. Otherwise, in my book, it doesn't count as a date. So much more casual date is just to go like get ice cream or something, because then you can just be like, hey, you want to go get some ice cream? And then it's less, it's less in your face, less intrusive. Artindi has a wife, 2 kids, and a massive beard. and he goes to Subway. That's true. That's true. Minus the beard part. Although I shave about once a week, and so about once a week I have a beard. It's not a very big beard, but it's a beard. Why? Because I hate shaving, and so I shave once a week. Why do you have paper that's made out of sand? It's the best way to make paper, honestly. All right. Let's change this as well. Let's make it blue. Visibility. Let's make it that same blue color. Ish. I don't know, will that work? Maybe it will work. And then we'll make the I think we need to add a light to this as well. So let's just do it right here. Add child. We're gonna add a point light. Use this round here, and we'll put it on top of this. This needs to be that same-ish color of blue. Why is it turning that? That's weird. Turns it green. Let's change. Oh, the texture scale. We can make it like 2, but we need the energy to be like 0.4. Yeah, that keeps it bluish, I think. Yeah, and we don't want this light to cast shadows. We're gonna leave shadows disabled, but I think it will work. Oh, let's try 0.6. That look a little better. We should have it like flicker each time it changes value, but we'll just run with this for now and see how it works. One thing we do need to do, I think we need to move all these to be a child of the arm, which is this sprite. So let's put all those as a child of that sprite. That way as it moves, then this will move as well. In fact, everything moved just now because of that. That sucks. So let me readjust the scale of this. Where's the scale? Theme. Layout. No, where is it? Display text markup. It's here somewhere. To make it look less blocky like that, I could increase its size dramatically and then shrink it back down. That's one of the things. The font size is really small, and so you just increase the font a lot and then you shrink it. But that's what I did in my other game. That was pixel art, but I had normal font, and it ended up making it look a little better. A woman is like a human, but with a higher amount of estrogen. Man, they sound great. I wish they existed. He somehow missed the "what's a woman" comment I made. Yes, yeah. What if inject a human with estrogen becomes a woman? What if inject a rock with human? Then you've discovered something that doesn't exist. Next, give a monkey a shower. Hilarious. Is there cheese in the game? There is cheese in the game technically because there's pizza in the game. Yeah. Hardly, like very difficult to find, but there technically is cheese in the game. I surfed the tidal wave. It is here somewhere. Then I created nanobots. Boy, you guys are accomplishing all sorts of stuff. Was he talking about the cheese? In my science class, I created nanobots. It was pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I'm going to take your word for it and believe that you did do that because they exist, so that's cool. I jinx you both. What if we locate Frankenstein, a brain? That would be accomplishing something. Although, doesn't he? I thought he has a brain. He has a brain, doesn't he? Also, Frankenstein is the guy who made Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, I'm going to be one of those guys. I'm going to point out that it's Frankenstein's monster versus Frankenstein. Find a dodo bird. Win. Point a continent. Or driving our sister insane. My brain overrides the Phineas and Ferb theme song with the Amplemon YTP Phineas and... What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Bro didn't watch Phineas and Ferb as a child. I didn't watch Phineas and Ferb as a child, actually. I did not. I never have watched Phineas and Ferb. Okay, that's a lie. I did watch Phineas and Ferb because my wife grew up watching it, and she's like, you should watch this. And I was like, okay. And so we watched the first episode, and I was like, I can see why that's entertaining, but also I'm not interested. But yeah, my favorite though, and I'll use the line all the time, is when he says, actually I quote a few things from Phineas and Ferb, even though I never watched it. But there's the when the evil doctor guy, I don't even know what their names are, when he's like, what does he say? I'm forgetting now. It's something about how he'll go like, how unexpected, and what I mean by that is completely expected, right? And I like that. I quote that sometimes. And then the other one, they're all quotes from the doctor guy. The other one is when he says, if I had 5 cents every time such and such happened, then I'd have, or if I had a nickel every time such and such happened, I'd have 10 cents, which isn't that much, but it's just odd that it's happened twice. I love that line. That's like the best. I'm 24 and I've watched 10 season 5 episodes that have come out this far. Nice. So you've like watched everything then, right? Perry the Platypus. How unexpected. And what I mean by that is completely expected, or whatever the line is. I'm botching it a little bit. He uses different words, but yeah, it's really funny. Okay, how do I change the scale of this? It's somewhere here. Localization? No. Layout? No, I can't remember. All the control nodes are always a little bit difficult to work with. Text selection? No. Display text? It used to be easier because they'd have it under, yeah, Godot 3. It wasn't that hard. They just had a tab here that was like, and then you could just change it just like everything else. Theme, no. Tooltip, focus, tab size, text selection, display text. Yeah, I don't know how to change it. I guess what I could do is add a node like this, and then make this a child of that, and then I can change this. Is that the way you're not supposed to do it? Let's see, 0.5. There. Nailed it. That's a little too small though. Let's do 0.6. Do I want it up there though? Probably not. How do I... Oh, I could just move it. There we go. Lined up. And lined up, maybe? There. Now, this won't look as good when the value is less than 100. But we'll find out. Let's see. Course. Run. Something broke. Invalid assignment. Oh, I know. I know why. Because I changed where it's located. UI. So we could just do this. And drop this in right there. Boink. Fixed. All better. There it is. Oh, you can hardly see the things. We need to make them a bit brighter. That doesn't look bad. Most of the time I expect people will have a score above 100 anyway, so it'll look good more often than not. And even with it not being 100, it still looked fine. And I'm pretty sure it's impossible to get it above 1,000 anyway, so. Because you'd have to kill a lot of bots to get it up there. So. Yeah, and it's always ticking down anyway, so even if you did tick it over 1,000, it would immediately disappear. Did I cough again? Phineas and Ferb is basically just whimsy and silly with a comforting summer theme. Childish, sure, but fun. That vaporizing episode was kind of off, though. Yeah, what's the first one? Aren't they like... I can't remember. I think the first one, they build a roller coaster in their backyard. Like, everything about it is completely ridiculous, which is fine. Yeah. If I had a nickel for every time something happened, I would have had 10 nickels. Or it's 10 cents. I would have 10 cents, which isn't much, but it's weird that it happened twice. Yeah, that's the line. I love that line. It's great. I always look for opportunities to use that line in real life, but it just doesn't happen often. Artindi, how should I learn GD script? I'm completely new to programming. Look up Bracky's tutorial on Godot, and that will help you learn how to use Godot as well as GD script. If you're completely new to programming and want to learn object-oriented programming, though, I would look up tutorials on that using Python specifically, because GD script is very similar to Python. So, and if you learn Python, then you'll learn basics of programming anyway. So it's really great. But tutorials or online classes for Python, if you click the one that I offer, like on almost any of my other videos that aren't streams, there should be a link to it's called ZTM, Zero to Mastery, and that's the one that I use. I've been taking the online Python course, but if you click on my link, I'll get a little bit of money if you end up buying it, but just saying. But do what works best for you, obviously. There is even online courses that you can take for free. I think there's one from a college that they just offer for free. It's like the not 101 college course for programming, but like below that, it's like a 50 college course for programming. So it's really entry stuff, I think. It's like programming 50 instead of programming 101. And you can, I believe they offer the course for free. You'd have to look it up, but there's a bunch of resources to learn how to program. So if you're trying to learn GD script, maybe learn how to program first and then learn GD script, or just learn how to program with GD script and just watch Bracky's tutorial. It's like an hour long. He just put out another one that's another hour. So there's just like, I think he has like 2+ hours of video on how to use Godot, and he's really good. So yeah, I recommend him anytime. Bracky's, he's one of the original indie game developer content creators on YouTube. He's great. Perry the Platypus. You see, when I was a child, how dare you assume my profile picture is a silly and... What? Is it okay that Bracky's video was made before Godot 4? His most recent one came out after Godot 4, but I want to say yes. There's going to be some differences, but that's how coding always is. If you need to learn the basics, then learn the basics. But there's things that are always going to change, and that's called syntax. And so, for example, this in Godot 3, if you wanted to do this with one line of code, it was a different function. It was called the yield function instead of the await function. And so they've changed... They changed the syntax. This does the exact same thing as the yield function, but they've changed it to improve it or whatever reason. So little things like that are always going to change, no matter what language you use. And so learning how to use the language in a past version will help you understand the basic syntax, but there's always going to be stuff that you have to look up. In fact, every single time I do a switch function in Godot, I think I can show the switch function in the section selector. Yeah, so here's a switch function. It's not called a switch function, it's called match. So you match, and then you give it a value, and then you list values that you want it to match for. So what it's going to do is take this value Just be like, okay, I'm gonna find the one that matches that. And so so if you give it, I don't know, if you give it 7, this could be like 1, nope, 2, nope, 3, nope, 4, nope, 5, nope, 7, this one, and then I'll run that code. So that's what a switch function is. But in this case, they name it a match function, and they do it a little bit different. So every language is going to do it differently, but if you learn the basics of how a switch function works, then you'd be like, okay, this is a switch function. The syntax is just unique for this language. So yeah, once you learn the basics of object-oriented programming, then you can pretty much do any language that exists that is object-oriented. It just takes a little bit of catching up on the syntax. So I'm not going to say it's a bad idea or it's a good it's not a bad or a good idea to learn a past version of the language if you're watching Bracky's video. Bracky's is just really good at teaching, so I don't think it would hurt. There might just be a few places where you'd have to go through an update, but he did put out a more recent one. I guess there could be some problems. So like if you are making a platformer, they changed the way that the character controls work. In the past, you'd have to code it all out, but now I think I even have the original controls here. Yeah, so they've simplified it. You can just do something like this. It used to take a whole lot more code to move a character around, but now they have it automatically built in. Look, and these are comments that come with it when you make this node. It just automatically puts this code in for you because it knows that's what you need. And then you can adjust it to your specific needs. For example, my game doesn't have gravity because it's a top-down game, so you have to do it a little differently. But yeah, so I don't know if I haven't actually watched it. I just know Bracky's is really good, but there's always plenty of tutorials out there. I just watch some tutorials and follow the tutorials very closely, and then before you branch off and try to make your own thing. And when you do make your own thing, just start with simple stuff to learn the language better and the other thing. Yeah, I was sick. I was sick for like 2 weeks, and I guess I'm still a little bit sick, but much better. Is it a school game? What's a school game? If you get a cent for every time something happened, and you have 10 cents afterwards, how many somethings happened? The answer is not twice. Yeah, in that case, it would be 10. All right. Are we done? Does it look good enough? Let's see. What do you guys think? Does this look fine? Oh, we need to brighten it up. We can hardly see those. So let's see. UI. This particle effect, we could see it here, but when it's zoomed out a whole bunch, you can hardly see it. So we need to make it a little bit brighter. Let's change the color to more of a white, I think. Show up a little bit better. And we'll change we'll make that a little bit more, less transparent. There. Now we can see it from further away. Save. We'll check it out. Oh, it's being weird. Have to turn off his local. Okay. Let's see if we can find it. Local coordinates are on. Now it should work. See, I still use terms from past. Godot 3, it was called isLocal. There, so now it's actually where it's supposed to be. Let's get up over 100, see what it looks like. You didn't die. There we go. Who's played Balatro? I've never played Balatro. I have played Go Fish. I played a lot of Go Fish. Ooh. Dun 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 da da da. We're racking up a score. 162. I'm not a very good streamer. I just started playing my game and like just gave no narration. Artindi, have you ever seen a musical before? I have. I've seen lots of musicals. I like musicals. Musicals are fun. I like Fiddler on the Roof, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. What's the other one? Calamity Jane. That one's pretty good. I've never seen Cats. I haven't seen Cats. What's the one? Humpback of Notre Dame. I've seen that one in like Shakespeare in the Park. That one's pretty good. Epic the Musical. That one's really good, although it's just songs. It's amazing though. Epic the Musical is awesome. What's that other one? Les Mis. It's pretty great. It's very gritty. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend watching it though, because it's dark. But I recommend watching it once when you're 21 and mature. Watch it once and then be like, that was good. I'm a better person now that I watched it. But you don't need to watch it more than that. Let's see. What are some other musicals? I don't know. I like a lot of musicals. Singing in the Rain. That one's classic. I do not like Les Mis. Yeah, it's heavy. It's very heavy. I feel like I'm a better person because I watched it, but I'm only gonna watch it once, because it's really, it's hard to swallow. Man, I can't believe I missed my chance to watch it when I was 21 and mature. Yeah, it's too late now. You're past maturity. I'm on. I can't. How do you pronounce it? Is it Javier? He's the police officer, right? Yeah. And his position is believable. That's what makes it good. Like, he's not necessarily the bad guy, because it's like, yeah, like he's doing his duty. He's doing what he's supposed to. Javier. Yeah, is there supposed to be a T? Is the T silent though? It's pronounced Javier with a silent T because it's French. Bold of you to assume I will be mature at 21. I know. I said 21 because that's like the drinking age in the U.S. It's not necessarily when people are mature though. Like, sometimes people aren't mature for much longer than that. But on average, we could say it could be around there. So I won't feel bad recommending it to someone who's at least 21, because then it's yeah. Although even then, it's a movie that's like, it's really good, but I can't recommend it. It's kind of like Schindler's List. That movie's amazing, and it represents World War II and Nazis better than like any movie out there. But I can't recommend it because it's so awful. Like, it's just it's so accurate that it's awful. And so I can't feel good about saying you should go watch this, but at the same time I feel like everybody should watch it so they can understand what was going on. But yeah, it's that kind of thing. So that's what I say. The movie that I'd love to recommend but I can't recommend is, and then I'll name it. And there's a couple movies that I have like that. It was made in a bad, not made, or talking about it was made in a bad way. Talking about Schindler's List. I don't know. I know it was like it's one of the more accurate. Oh, also Saving Private Ryan. I haven't seen that one yet. I own it. I just haven't watched it yet because I haven't um, had the guts to watch it yet. But I'm currently in a musical called The Prom. I've heard of that. I've never cared to watch it though. It looked a little silly. I don't know. Have you ever seen Shrek the musical? That one's not bad as far as musical goes. It's all right. There's better musicals, but it was pretty good for being a musical based on a DreamWorks animation. So, what do we need to do? I forgot what we were doing. I'm spacing it. I think I need to take a nap. It does have one Baba shot in it, a photo in a magazine. Which one? Oh, Final Destination. Les Mis was made in a bad way. Yeah, yeah, they could have done. I feel like they could have done better. They could have made it less dirty, less gritty. The live action movie was so gritty, and just yeah, there aren't better words to describe it. Dirty and gritty. Like they're just like literally and figuratively. It feels like everything is disgusting. But the music is amazing and it's emotional and like I was watching it and it was 15 minutes into the movie. Like it just started. It's a 3-hour movie. It just started and I'm like crying. And I'm like I'm not going to last. It's 3 hours long and I'm going to like it was bad. But yeah, I just cried for 3 hours because the movie's so emotional, but yeah, like it has some really good morals and lessons that can be taken from it, but likely you could get those from reading the book as well. I don't know. The actors couldn't sing properly. Probably yeah, probably true. Yeah, there was some issues. Although Javier, is that the guy's name? The police officer. Everybody was like, "Holy cow, freaking Gladiator can sing." But yeah. If you do like musicals though, look up Epic the Musical on YouTube. It is amazing. It's 40 songs long and it's the what's it based on? Who's the dude who sails and there's a Cyclops? The Odyssey. It's basically a musical of the Odyssey. And every song is just a bop. Like it's so good. Epic the Musical. Man. I went and bought all 40 songs just so I can listen to them offline like in my car. It's really just quality. Every single song. You know how in musicals you watch a musical and somewhere in the musical there'll be a song that's just like I gotta sit through this again, right? If you've watched it, if you're not watching it for the first time, like if you're watching it a second or third time, you're like I gotta sit through this lame song. Inevitably, every musical has a song that's just like this song sucks, but Epic the Musical has 40 songs, and you want to listen to every single of the 40 songs because every song is amazing. Yeah, look it up. It's really good. I don't like Epic the Musical. Oh, you don't like it? Why not? What makes you not enjoy it? What does a man? When does a man? Yeah, when does a man become a monster? When does a man become a monster? Or the other one that plays in like every single song. Penelope and I, Javier. You know what that means. Let's see. You're what's sure. You are a man. What are you talking about? What time is up and your time is up? And I, Javier, you know what that means. Oh, you're just quoting one of the songs. It's all animated on YouTube if you want a cool movie. I wouldn't watch though. A lot of the animatics don't represent the songs very well. The guy who made Epic the Musical, he commissioned a few animatics, and if you watch those, it's like, oh, that's what he meant. And a lot of the animatics that other people make, like they throw in weird stuff. Like there's one that is for the Cyclops song, and they made the Cyclops look like an alien. Like it had a vertical mouth, and its eye was like weird, and I was gonna say eyes, but it's just one eye, and I don't know. It did not look like at all what the song sounds like. So I wouldn't trust any of the full movie animations, um, because a lot of them are not very accurate with what was intended. And so, but they're not bad. I've watched almost all of them because I'm such a big fan. I've watched as many interpretations as I can find, and most of them I feel like are pretty far off from what the original was intended. Yeah, I also think monsters with vertical mouths are scary. Yeah, yeah, definitely scary, but it didn't make sense for this. And it was skinny. It was like skinny and bony looking. It looked like an alien, and it was only like 2 times taller than a dude, which didn't make sense for the song because literally in the song they describe it collapses, but it's not dead. Like it passes out, and it's blocking their way out. And if you try to imagine that thing that they drew blocking the way out, it doesn't make any sense because it's just like skinny, and they could just grab its toes and pull it. Like it looks scary, but it's not the classical Cyclops, and this story is very classically based. So, but yeah, he was a Cyclops though. Before you say another word, he's still going. Monsieur Lemar. Yeah, there's some amazing lessons though from Les Mis. For example, the main character, I forgot what his name is. He has an opportunity to escape because somebody else gets captured, and they believe that he's the prisoner who escaped. But he's like, no, I have to do the right thing, and so he goes and turns himself in, rather than condemning some other man in his place, which takes some balls, and that's like a really great moral lesson to teach. It's like you just got to do what's right, even if it means it's not good for you or whatever. But there's a lot of great things like that throughout. But there's a lot of just other grime you have to get through in Les Mis. It's tough. Again, can't recommend it. But then do. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, what are we doing? I forget what. Oh yeah, we need to make this readout show this. So when you hover your mouse over this, because inevitably the players are going to be playing the game, and they're going to be like, he was Wolverine. They're going to be like, what is this thing? And they're hover the mouse right here. So we need that to trigger. So like when you hover over any of these, it tells you what's up, right? So we need that to trigger over here too. If you hover over this, then it will say something like potential score, or something. Potential time to score. I don't know what it will say, but we need it to say something. What should it say? Because we got to go make that right now. Open. Let's see. Player. Here's the readout signs. So we'll open this one. Excuse me. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need one more. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I forgot they changed it recently. That's awkward. Let's see. This color. Yeah, it's so weird. They changed how the text works in a recent update for Sprite. If I successfully guess your real name, would that freak you out? I've shared my real name before, so not too bad. I wouldn't be too freaked out. Do you remember it, or do you just want to guess? You're free to guess, especially if you don't know. Even funner. Oh, he just ruined it. Bowling Boy's like, I'm gonna spoil this party. Yeah, that's my real name. My real first name. Man. Band boy. Yeah, first and middle name Arthur Indiana, which is what makes the name Artindi. It's the first parts of my first and middle name. Art for Arthur and Indy for Indiana. What if I guessed the name of you and all of your family? That would be impressive. This guy thinks he's so cool. Robot actually knows me well enough to know the names of my whole family. So I believe he would be able to. So I wouldn't actually be that creeped out by it. All right. What are we gonna have it say? We need to say something like just potential score. Potential score, like so. Can we move this after it's? Oh, we can. Okay. Potential round score. Should we do that? Potential round score. Not that the score is being rounded, but that's how much score you can get that round, right? Artindi, can you guess my name? Is it? I for some reason I feel like it's not gonna be Jude. It's not Jude. Am I right? Is it not Jude? Band boy band. What you gonna do? If I guess your location, would you be creeped out? Especially if I don't know you. That would be interesting. The most accurate location I've ever given is my state, what state I live in. But I've never given anything more specific than that. Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Starts with a A. A. Yeah, we'll have it say this, I think. This will work great. Round. Potential round score. Is the score round? No. That's how much you can get in that round. Need to make it look good though, because it looks stupid. It looks stupid right now. This font, it will add like extra spaces between the letters. Oop, too far. Arizona? No. I mean, you got 50 guesses. More than likely you'll get it before you get to 50, because you know it's a state, so they're gonna, you're limited to only 50 locations. Oops. No, that's too far away. Come back. There we go. France. Close. Very close. Idaho. Because it's a child. What? He lives in Idaho because it's a child? That doesn't make any sense. I love the baby noises in the background. My kid's like making noises. Now I see that's a child. Yeah, it's a child going. They're losing their mind. They're back there, just like slowly going insane. And the top of these are a little bit darker because they're in shadow. What's up? Heading out?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
It's the Artindi wife. She's leaving. She laughs.
Forever. No.
I had her do some voice acting in one of my How to Fails, I think, and she couldn't keep it. She couldn't keep her cool. She kept laughing, and so I included that in the video. It's pretty funny. The wife subplot is better than the main plot. Nice. Hello, Artindi. They say hello.
Hello.
They say hello, Mrs. Artindi.
Hi. We're going to the park and then we're going other places and we'll be back later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Is his last name Artindi? Could be. Could be. My first name is... my first two names make Artindi, and then my last name is just also Artindi. That'd be funny. Okay, it's not centered now. We gotta scooch it over. At least till it looks centered to my eyeballs. It's probably not like perfectly centered, but at least it feels better. So save. Oh, did I not? I better have made a new one, because that would suck. Pretty sure I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I made a new thing. We'll find out when the game breaks. Okay, so when we hover over this, we need it to trigger a new thing here. I think that's all controlled in the UI script, the messy UI script. Yeah, so we're gonna do variable score, call it the score readout equals preload readout message number 10. Okay. And then where do we actually implement that? Oh, it's just in each one of the, okay, it's each one of the triggers. So if I go to here and say node and say focus, no, it's mouse entered. And we double click that. We attach it here. And then we'll just say the readout texture equals score readout. And then if you mouse exit, then it has to go back to equaling not that, which I think, yeah, each one is just done separately. Let's connect, and then we'll just copy it from right here. Save. Let's see how it looks. Can we like say jokes that make no sense? You're free to say whatever you want. Whether you get banned for is another thing. Just kidding. You can say jokes that don't make sense. Do you want to do round multiplier? It might make more sense. I thought about that, but there isn't any actual multiplication. So, because it's just literally the score. Like when you complete the round, then you just get whatever this score is. If you don't complete it, then this isn't locked in. So maybe round doesn't make sense. I could petennial. Who didn't help me spell this right? There's no second T. Okay, well it works. You hover over it, then you can see it. If you don't hover over it, you can't see it. So that works at least. We just got to make it actually like say what it's supposed to. And it is a little bit confusing because it's potential round score. Maybe we just need potential score. That's all. You know what the polar bears said? No soap radio. Yeah, I'll get it. I'm sorry. There was a giraffe and a hippo in a hot tub. The giraffe said to the hippo, if he could pass the soap. Then the hippo said, no soap radio. Yeah, and I get it. Nope. I don't get the joke. Apparently you guys do. All right, let's see. Would I read every single laugh? Not out loud. You could animate falling pixels in that digital text display. They blink randomly with a few different texture variations. No shadows required. You could animate failing pixels in that text display. They'd blink randomly with a few different texture variations. No shaders required. That could be good. make it look a little bit more like a digital, like a hologram, kind of like Star Wars almost. Shut up, we're laughing. um, that wouldn't be a bad idea, but is it would take a little bit of work, and so the question is putting that work in going to make it that much, that much better? Let's see, potential. I'm just missing a T, right? Potential. Yeah, that's all I'm missing. So I can just slide this over. I think we're gonna remove round though. So yeah. Why? Potential. So we'll just take them out. All of them. Oops. And slide this over. Oops. Why does it do that to me? Goodbye. And we'll center it. Oh, I don't need a copy. I just need to move. There we go. Potential score. We'll just leave it like that. That'll probably communicate better. Potential. I looked it up. I know I'm spelling it right. Potential. Did I spell it right? Yeah, see? I'm spelling it right. Having or showing the capacity to become or develop into something in the future. Nice. I'm really bad at spelling. Do you like your bowl of ketchup with or without the fries? I actually don't prefer I don't prefer ketchup on my fries. Have you ever heard of fry sauce? How many of you guys have heard of fry sauce? It's kind of a regional thing, mostly located in the states where I abide. It's basically a mixture of ketchup and mayonnaise. 1 part ketchup, 1 part mayonnaise. Sometimes they add other things to spice it up a little bit, or just add extra flavor. But it's mostly just 1 part ketchup, 1 part mayonnaise, and it's called fry sauce, and it's delicious. Robot knows fry sauce. Fry sauce is the way to eat fries. Ketchup it's whatever. Fry sauce though, that's what you put on fries. It's the best thing. So if you've never heard of fry sauce, or if you've never tried fry sauce, you gotta try fry sauce. You can make it at home. You just need 50% ketchup, 50% mayonnaise. Mix it up really good. It'll turn a beautiful orange, and then dip your fries in it. It's really good. Surprisingly unique for just having 2 ingredients. I eat it hot. You eat hot ketchup? Nice. We got some... What the heck is that? My eye exploded? That's not good. You should probably go see a doctor. I fry the ketchup. Gross. Okay, let's save that. I can't imagine fried ketchup is any good, but who knows? It could be good. I mean, it's just like tomato stuff, so. The simple art and especially the effects of your game look absolutely phenomenal. How did you learn to do it? Every time I'm on a sprite, I end up with results I'm not satisfied with. I don't know, a lot of practice. I don't know. It just happens. That's not very humble, I suppose, but it does take a lot of practice, and recognizing what looks good and what doesn't. Like, look at a lot of games, try to figure out what they do well, and look at a lot of other games that do things bad and try to figure out why they did it bad, and then try to find something that's happy in the middle. I don't know. I don't. I appreciate you thinking it looks good. I don't have a good answer for that. I honestly, I don't even know if it looks good, because I can look at my own stuff and be like, I can see how I can improve that, and I have to turn off the perfectionism to just pass it and put it out there. For example, I want to do what the Be Cool guy said by adding the kind of the texture on here, and maybe I will later, but it takes a lot of effort to make that happen that I don't think is needed right now, because the game is supposed to be completed by the 22nd. So it's not likely that I'll do it. Although, it wouldn't take that much effort. It would take like an hour or two maybe, if that. But, yeah. We got it passable, because now it moves with the thing, and it looks pretty good. Ouch. Cough again. What's my cough counter at? Was anybody actually counting? But yeah, I drink juice. I love juice. Juice is amazing. Even more than juice though is like, give it a little bit of carbonation, like a carbonated lemonade with just a teensy bit of caffeine in it. So good. Delicious. Carbonated lemonade. That's it. Oh man. Drink them. He lost count. Yeah. Sorry about that. Boing, 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 boing. I thought about adding a sound effect for when you jump as well, but I figured people are going to be jumping a lot, and I don't want it to be annoying. So all you get is a sound effect when you actually launch the jump. Let's see if we can hear it. Ready? It's almost the same as the sound effect of walking, but you're hardly going to hear walking anyway, unless you're in like an empty hallway, because everything else is so loud. Oh, taking hits. Put my shield back on. Let's get to the cutscene. For those who didn't see it at the beginning of the stream, I showed off the fully implemented cutscene with sound effects. It's pretty dope. So if you haven't seen it, we're gonna get to the end here and watch it again. Basically, the only thing we have to do after this is make some end screens. Okay, here's the cutscene. I'll be quiet so you can watch it without sound. You can hear his footsteps as well, because you see him running up towards the camera and they get louder, which I thought was a nice touch. But I'll be quiet as we watch the cutscene. Ready? Nice. Okay, and then you select two abilities, hit confirm, and then we get another cutscene. And I'll be quiet for that too. Here we go. Ta-da! Full sound effects, baby. How's it going, Ninja? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. My game is called Suburbia. It's about kids going to school. That sounds like what people do every day. Why are they going to want to play that when they go to school anyway? Do you plan to make that? No offense, I'm just asking. Whoa, was that manually drawn over? Those cutscenes are crazy. Yeah, the cutscenes were a hand animated. Not by me, though. I hired someone to do it. I was going to do it, but then I kept trying to and coming up with a way that I could do it where it would look okay. And I was like, I could do it and it will be passable. Or, and take a long time and a lot of effort and be painful. Or, I could hire someone else to do it and have it be really good. And it won't take a whole bunch of effort and pain. It would just take a little bit of cash. So that's what I decided to do. 'cause it was holding me back from progressing on the game. Like I spent months thinking about how I was going to pull that off and all that stuff. And eventually, I just decided it was more beneficial overall to get the game done, pay a little bit to get it done. Even if I don't make that money back, at least I'll have the game done and I can move on to another project, you know? So that's where we're at. The hired someone cooked. Oh yeah, his name is on Discord anyway. He calls himself Creo Master. He's quite the talented artist. He always acts really humble. He's like, oh, it's not that good. And I'm like, okay, whatever you say, dude. Like, he'll draw pixel art for Pixelmania, especially, and people will be like, wow, this is amazing. He's like, no, it's not that good. It's like, dude, just admit it. It's good. Shut up. Thanks for saving my ego with the hired artist story. Yeah. Could be like, yeah, I just whipped that together, over breakfast with one hand because I was eating cereal with the other. The cutscene is what I'm talking about with the art. By the way, will this be demo first or a full release? It's going to be a $3 demo, and the demo will have the whole game. It's a $3. The demo is free. You just got to pay $3 to get it, and the free demo will contain everything in the game. So that's yeah. Come play the free demo for just $3. But none of the content is held back in the free demo. So yeah, that's the benefit. I'm dying. I just had an amazing idea. Oh boy, here we go. I can't add anything else to the game, so no. Whatever your idea is, keep it to yourself. We got to release the game on the 22nd, and I'm not going to add it unless it's absolutely amazing. And it's probably not going to be, but who knows? So you're free to share, but just so you know, I'm probably going to say no. What do you think of Good Guess? He's cool. I've never collaborated with him. I've spoke with him like once. I think like I was on a group call with a bunch of content creators, and I think I participated in a game jam too. It was like an invite only game jam. If it was Good Guess, I don't know if it was good. It might have been somebody else. But yeah, he's cool. I don't watch a lot of his stuff, but he's like a workaholic. He just puts content out like crazy. But yeah, he's pretty cool. That's it. But it assumes everyone who plays my game is me, so yeah, it'll work. There you go. What is the game? Add the pizza ending. What I'm gonna do. No, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. You'll have to see. You'll see if you get the game. Maybe you can find out what kind of pizza things there are involved in this game. What do you think about making the tube/pipe glow when you select a character to save? It does. Oh, I dodged that barely. Let's get there again. We'll get there by playing. It does glow when you hover. Hey, wow, we're there already. Cutscene is unskippable though, but it's only like 2 seconds, so hopefully nobody complains about that. So it does glow a little bit when you hover over it, and then it will continue to glow when you select it. So it stays glowing. Then it will switch which one's glowing, depending on which one's selected. Then same with these. They'll glow when you hover over, and then they'll stay glowing when you select. And then watch this slide. I added the sound effects for when it slides too. Ready? It's really quiet, just like a psst. But that's all the sound effects I needed, really. I thought about making this make sound effects when it glows, be like a ding, ding. I can't make the sound effects with my voice because I'm dying. But yeah, it'd be like some kind of glowing sound. You can imagine it. And then yeah, that's what we got. We'll watch the cutscene again. Ready? Whoa. The pizza ending. Oh, I don't even know what abilities I selected. I probably just made it. Oh, I select attack speed. I can't attack as fast. I don't know what else I did. I made the enemies harder somehow. Oh, they all have more hit points now. It takes 5 hits to kill these. Which I don't even know if the points they give you anymore are worth it. It takes 3 to kill these ones. Oops. Run away. But I still got crit, so I can kill him in 1 hit. I have a 1 in 5% chance of killing him in 1 hit. Yeah, see that? That would have taken 5 hits, but I got lucky. If you ever had that pizza? Nope, I've never had it. I don't eat a lot of pizza. I do love pizza though. Pizza's amazing. It's not called landscape anymore. You're being corrected apparently. Oh wait, who's being corrected? Who are you collecting? Pizza cow. What? So why do people have the like little crown things? What is that? You guys see that? Let's bring this down. What is this thing? What are those? At the very beginning of the stream, oh, I can only go back a little ways. At the very beginning of the stream, everybody had it. Is it just the people who comment the most, or leaderboard? It's a leaderboard thingy. I can click on it. It is a leaderboard thingy. Oh, look at this. Look, he's one away from taking one of the top 3 spots. Who's this guy? Oh wait, is this based on like donations, or is it just by comments? 150 XP. How do you earn XP? Question mark. What's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. Oh, that's why at the very beginning it was showing up frequently, because everybody was chatting. You'll need to collect experience points, or XP. Here's how you get them. Send live chat messages, send super chats, and super stickers. Learn more. Okay, so if you send money... Just kidding. Let's see. So you're in 3rd place. And you're in 1st place. And you've been here since the start of the stream, commenting frequently, so it'll probably be hard to kick you down. Although if we look at it, you only had 150 XP. And 2nd place is at 100. And so they wouldn't need a whole... Well, actually, these are both at 100. So they wouldn't need a whole lot to take over. Wonder what... It's just comments that get you points. I was number 4 earlier. Oh, were ya? I should be on top. Yeah, you've been commenting a lot. I don't know why you're not. Are you even close? You're not even close. Unless this is you. Is this like a alt account image? Yeah, where is this person? I don't even see them commenting. I can't see their whole name. It's super something. I have no idea why I have so much XP as I do. Yeah, why? Because you've commented like 4 times the whole stream. I don't understand why you're way up in like what 5th place or something. 6th place, 7th place. That's interesting. What decides? Because it's not frequency of comments. I bet you money would do it though. If you like just donated $50, just like you're number 1. What place am I at? What place are you at? It only shows top 16, and you are not even on the list, it seems. So not Jude is not on the list. So do I get XP by spamming emotes? Is that what it is? Has Opnid Cat spammed emotes the whole time? I don't know why they... If you have super stickers, or super stickers cost money though, don't they? So that wouldn't be it. What does it do again? Send live chat message, send super chats, and super stickers. So just messages get it. And I don't know what... Super stickers, you have to pay for those too, don't you? Those aren't like just the built-in emotes. Because I have custom emotes if you're a member of my channel. And you can use like a watermelon emote. And there's a few other special ones custom to this. He's trying. He's like, let's get these out. If you do it too often though, if you spam emotes, then YouTube might flag you and auto ban you. It wouldn't be me banning you. They would just remove you. So be careful. Don't spam too much of the same thing, or the YouTube algorithm will think that you're spamming and kick you. So yes, this is stupid, he says. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I can see how it could motivate some people to chat more. It will at least highlight people who chat a lot, which is kind of fun. But I don't know. It's kind of cool. The point system is weird. It's like 25. It's in increments of 25. Yellow Star Productions is at 50. He's the only one at 50. Or she, I don't know. Chat. What is this emote? I don't even know. What is that? It's like a tube spilling something. Oh, it looks like somebody drinking. It's so small, I can hardly see it. I'm not on the list. Yeah, you're not even on the list, and you've been commenting a lot, so I think it's broken. Opticat is like, no, it's not broken. It's definitely working. It's not even here. And the list hasn't changed at all. It looks like it's just staying the same. I wonder how often it updates. Or yeah, I don't even understand. I'm not sure how it works. Maybe there's a time limit, or it's just super buggy. We're French cats. Une chat. This is unfair. Unfair. Bolin Boy deserves a spot on the list. Yeah, you've been chatting a lot. So is Not Jude, and a human. So, and Rasping Python. Like, he's not even on the list. He's been here since the beginning of the stream, and yeah, it's rigged. Who's the one guy? I can't remember his name. I feel bad. But he's actually like donated money so he can try to prove himself that he's the top fan. Maybe only some countries can participate since it is new. Oh, that could be. Who knows? Is there a consistency in countries here? Is this US only? Is there anybody on here who's not from the US? Do you see your name on this list? Streaming rank is unfair. I'm not in the US. And you are you on the list? You're not on the list. I'm Swedish. I have 0 XP. Dishonest Cube, are you from the US? That could be what it is. If that's the case, I should be on. I'm from New Jersey. Oh, so maybe that's not just US then, because you should be on here. You've been chatting since the beginning. I'd imagine you'd be in the top 10. But, I mean, you're chatting consistently, but that doesn't mean you're chatting the most. However, Bolin Boy has been chatting consistently and quite a bit. So, as well as, who did he leave? Is the, who was it? Can I scroll up far enough to see? I have such a bad memory. The Be Cool guy, he was chatting for quite a while, but he's not on the list either. I don't know if the Be Cool guy is still here. I'm Smolendish. I don't know what Smolendish is. You're not Indonesian. I'm Algerian. Oh yeah, you're right here. Yeah. Why isn't the Be Cool guy on the list? Aren't you too Swedish? The Swedish fish. They're both fish. And we can see this. The other thing we need to do. Oh, I can't see the chat if I close it like that. That rhymes. I'm a poet. I didn't even realize it. The end, or not the end room, the end scene, I think it's called the lose screen. When you get to the lose screen, we'll play the lose screen. When you get to the lose screen, it shows your score. High score, score, new game. These are just placeholders. We need to make these texts look good. What I think might, well, I don't know. What could be cool is when you lose, then we have some kind of animation displaying this text, or this text at least, like, you lose. Or we could just not, like, it could just be small like this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we need an animation? Is that polish that we need? Do we care how it looks? Probably. I don't know. Because I am human. I don't speak Swedish. I don't speak Swedish either. Unless it's Swedish fish, then I do speak Swedish fish. I put them in my mouth. Indie with Artindi rhymes too. Oh, it does rhyme. I am a poet and didn't even realize it. The only Swedish word, so now I'm not going to try to even pronounce those. Dun dun dun. Okay, so let's update. Let's update the to-do list of Doom. Edit. Make score multiplier look good. We did. Success. Success has been achieved. But what we still need to make music. We still need to do play testing. And the win screen. We need to make a win screen, but we also need to make the make placeholder text on end screens look good. So we removed a thing and added another thing, because that's what we need to do. But music, other things. By the way, I believe I think I ported the music over to this computer. Let me find it real quick. Did I not? I put it on, hang on, I have it on an external drive. Let me go get it real quick and plug it in. Just a second. Plugging in. All right, it's plugged in. There we go. Where did I put it? Cost music. Here we go. So I have here's the music that will play when you're just running through the default course, when you're just playing the game. Right here. So when you're running around, this is the music that will play. It's kind of quiet. Oh, maybe that's why. And this is round 1, so it's just kind of mostly chill. Lasts about 2 minutes. I think it has some variation. Yeah, I'm coughing a lot because I'm sick. has a life, and he is nothing like product AAA. I have another thing to add to your to-do list. Play Deadlock. That could be fun. Maybe we'll do that after we're done streaming. Are you... You don't have work today? Are you just off for some reason? Why are you watching my stream? Like, why shouldn't you be at work still? Unless you are working and you're like watching the stream anyway. Why did he leave us? I'm back. What do you talk about? And he adds ketchup to everything. Shh, he says. Okay, but anyway, that's the song that will play round 1. But then, if you move on to round 2, it's a little bit more intense. Now there's drums. Okay, so then round 3, a little bit more bass and some strings to accompany. Okay, and then round 4. Drums are a bit more intense. A little bit of a... This is called plucking. String plucking. Is there no sound? You can't hear me? What do you mean? Is it not working? He's sleeping, it's silent. What? Let's see, is it? The streaming says it's working. I need somebody I can trust. Is there actually no sound? Are we supposed to hear something? You are supposed to hear something. I'm playing it. Can you see it? We all can't hear you. What did I do? What did I do? I messed something up. Driver can't load on this device. Cancel. How about now? Can you hear me now? Nah, it's fine. You guys are jerks. Could you actually hear me the whole time? Yeah, because a robot responded to something I said. Yeah, you're the worst. I believed it because everybody was saying it. I was like, no, this is a common prank on streamers, so I need somebody I can trust. Yeah, but nobody I could trust is here, I don't think. You missed the message about gaslighting you? Oh, was that while I walked away? Were you guys plotting while I was gone? Or I just missed it? Anyway, I was trying to demonstrate the music. You guys are the worst. That was 4. Here's 5. We got some trumpets in there as well. Gas lantern. Music was great. That's good, yeah. So if you made it to level 5, or if you made it to 5 rounds, then this is the song you'll hear. And then round 6 has pretty much everything. Play round 6 here. So here's the full song. There's some like... Yeah, it's a little more intense. And then, if you beat round 6, and there's only one round after that, how do you get that hingy kind of sound in the percussion, or plucky? It's plucking. It's a string instrument being plucked. So instead of using a bow on a violin, they're plucking it like you would a guitar, and that's what makes that sound. So it's a plucked string instrument. I have a VST for it in LMMS. I'll show it to you. But before we do that, let me show the last song, which is number 7. So this is the last round you run, and it's basically just number 6, but the tempo's increased slightly, which makes it feel a lot more intense. Yeah. Anyway, the VST is, let me show it to you here. VST. Let's see if I can find it again. My computer. C. Program files, common files, VST plugins, labs. I forgot what it's called, but I have it from through labs. It's the strings short. Nope. Strings 2. Pizzicato ensemble, I think. There's that one. And then there's this one, which has more of a plinking sound. So that's what I'm using for that bit of music. And it works good. It works really good. It has a very unique kind of staccato sound. It's nice. I have FL Studios 24. Nice. Sorry, I meant Pizzato. Yeah, is that what it's called? Pizzato or something? Let's get that open again. Pizzicato or Bartok Piz. Swells. That's just like those are fun. But I use these more often because they play exactly the note I want as fast as I usually want it. The other one I use a lot is this short. It kind of sounds like a cello, especially when you use the lower notes. It works really well for like bass instruments, even though I have a guitar bass here somewhere. Bass guitar, yeah. Let's see, I think we were playing something here the other day. 7 Nation Army can't hold me back. What do you use for your music? I'm using LMMS. It's a open source music editor. Did something. What's it called? A DAWs. A DAWs. What's it called? Music editing software. I forgot. But yeah, just scream in the microphone while I sing 7 Nation Army. I don't know all the words. It's a good song though. When we were making a song the other day though, we did the drums too. I think I did. I don't think it was this drum. Oh, it kind of is. You just do that. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it'd work. The other drum kit I only have 2 drum kits. It's in the this one. Where's it? Right here. And I mostly just use this drum. Like all the rest of these, I'm not really interested in them. I just want this. Sing, Artindi. I can't. Have you heard me coughing? My voice is all broken. I love music when I haven't had much of it. Oh my goodness. You go without music, like literally no music at all, for like 3 months. And then listen to a song. I've done that. I went without music for 3 months. It wasn't necessarily my choice. I just didn't have any available, and um, yeah, it might have been longer. I think it was like 3 or 4 months, no music, and then you listen to music, and it's like, whoa, it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, and like almost any song would just be like the best thing ever. And like if you think about medieval times when you'd have the little what are they called, like the little performers, and they'd go around with like their little kind of lame guitar, and they'd play songs in taverns, and the songs they play are like, man, that sucks. But then if you imagine people in those times, they didn't have any source of music at all, and so they're going like, like a year without listening to any kind of music at all. And so even just that is enough to be like, holy moly, this is amazing. And so it works if you go without music for a long time and then suddenly listen to it again. It's really cool. It's really cool. Yes, while you were sick, sing. Yeah, it's just gonna sound like. It's gonna sound like. Let's see. It's gonna sound like. I'll show you what it sounds like. Is it under expressive strings? Let's see. It's gonna sound like. Is it this one? No, that sounds beautiful. Windy sax. Maybe that's it. Yeah, that's what it's gonna sound like. I'll try to sing. I'll be like, Army. What's Army? The song "Biggering" is great. The song "Bigger." I don't know that song. I love windy sax, he says. There's a few like really awful sounding instruments in some of these. The light keeper. Yeah, this will be my singing. It'll be like this. Ancients. Andromeda. The brutal. I love this instrument too. I use this one a lot. Get some Hans Zimmer going, Let's see. Engine Room, that one's kind of fun. We actually used it in one of our songs. Yeah, this is one of the instruments we used. And yeah. I am a falsetto. Oh yeah. Like actually, or are you just saying it? What's your register, Artindi? Baritone, tenor? Probably baritone. I can sing up to middle C. Higher than that, it feels uncomfortable. And I can sing down pretty low. I want to say it's not a huge range, but most vocalists don't have a massive range. I can sing down to here, fine. Yeah, I can go lower sometimes, but so I'd probably say C to, what is that? A B C D E, this low E. That's about my range. I can do high notes if I go falsetto, and I can do falsetto pretty decently, but definitely not while I'm sick. Like I've already tried making a few sound effects with my voice in falsetto, and it just did not work. Like it just came out as air. Excuse me. Speaking of sick, yeah, that last cough was fake, but shh, nobody needs to know. Classic synths. I'm gonna have to use these a little bit more. They sound really clean, most of them. The One. Make some like some cyberpunk music. Could be fun. Your speaking voice, that is. Your tessiture is pretty high for your range. My tessiture, what is my tessitura? My tessiture, is that like that's what my speaking voice is? Your voice is not done developing. How bad can I be is not as good. I am a falsetto, not a good falsetto. I sing like a rubber chicken. Yeah, after you're like 22, your voice will probably be about where it's gonna be. Tessiture, is that like speaking voice? Because my speaking voice isn't very low. At least I don't think it is. But uh, but yeah, I sing better in this range. Which there's not very many songs that are in that range. Are you heading out, not Jude? Or are you saying, oh, Bowling Boy, you going to sleep? Yeah, it's probably a good time to go sleep. It's probably a good time for me to be done streaming, to be honest. It's been over 2 hours, and we got what we came out here to do done. We got that score thing figured out. Look at that. Looks beautiful. Maybe I could change the base score to be above 100 just to begin with, so it never looks stupid. Excuse me. Although, more than likely it will drop down below that, especially as you become weaker. But then again, at that point, it will definitely be above 100. Like, it could be up at 200, because depending on which cards you give up and which parts of the environment you make harder, then the starting score starts out higher than 100. Yeah, well up to about 200 even. So I was just going to do a flat. I think I was going to do 200, which is about 3 minutes. And actually, it's over 3 minutes, isn't it? Yeah, a little over 3 minutes. And then that was just going to be the timed score, and then you would automatically guarantee a score by killing robots. So you kill that, then you get like 5 points. You kill this, you get another 5 points, another 4 points, 2 points on the small ones, whatever. Right, so you'd be just getting points for sure, guaranteed. And this would just continue to count down. And so that would be, if you get done fast, then this gets you more points. But I decided to just make all the points be part of this. So anytime you kill one of these, this just goes up. I think that will incentivize playing quickly as well as killing robots to keep that up. And it doesn't make it feel like you are being pressured into finishing as fast as you can, even though it is doing that. It's less of a pressure, but gets the exact same results, you know? It's less of a negative pressure, because I think when it's just a countdown, then it's like, oh, I gotta hurry, I gotta skip the robots because this is just going down constantly. But in this case, each time you hit a robot, it goes up. It's the exact same result, but it feels nicer. Don't pick your nose, that's gross. Wait, is this just Curse Ball? What's Curse Ball? I don't know what that is. Dissonant Cube. What's up? What's going on? It's only 7 though. When will you stream next? Probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. We'll keep working on things. Got to get this game done. And we got to do a bunch of art. So for the where to go? For this thing out of windscreen, we got to draw a whole bunch of pixel art. It's going to be painful because it will be, because it's drawing humans, and humans are hard to draw. I already did it for the lose screen. Where, you know, the body on the floor and you have all the people around. We got to draw that again, except without being dead. Let's see, where is it? Lose screen, right? So we got to do this, except he needs to be standing up and everybody needs to be happy. So, yeah. That's going to take some work. And potentially we could just use these, scooch them to the sides a little bit. We'll have to draw her standing, him standing, and him standing. And that will be the hardest part. And then we can just rearrange how these guys are postured to make them look happier. So maybe it won't be as hard as I'm thinking it is. But then again, I feel like it's going to be pretty hard. So, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, it's really good runs in... let's see, by adding curses. Oh, the cursing game. Curse ball. Is there no fixed points rewards from maybe a mini boss? Anything a bit stronger? No. No, yeah, you just play through and that's what you get. Artindi coughed. Wife left. Baby cried. Hi, sock friend. Oh, is sock friend here? Oh, hey, sock friend. What's up? What's up? I'm back. Left a while ago. We missed you. We missed you dearly. Glad you're back. We're about to end the stream though because my voice is shot and I want to. So, and Artindi left us. No, I didn't. I'm still here. I'm about to leave you though. Yeah, let's end the stream. So not much left to do. Honestly, this is short. We just gotta get the music in there. We'll have to write a bit more music. So, but most of those are gonna be really short bits of music. They're just gonna be like jingles more than anything. Like when you die, we'll maybe play the drums or something. Be like, dun dun dun, you know. Except not that typical. It'll be something else. Yeah, and then we got to do a bunch of pixel art, and then it's basically done. And play testing, and make the placeholder art look good. Not much left. Add the credits in. Almost there. I think we can get it done in 2 weeks. Pretty sure we can. Wait, if you weren't here, how did the point come? I don't know. I just work here. Sock's friend is in 3rd place. Oh, that's who. That's who. You're called something else. That's interesting. He just left and he remained at position 3 the whole time. And the curtain closing as with theaters. Yeah, we'll have to add some curtain closing. I don't know. I honestly feel like not very many people are going to win the game. I haven't won it yet, so maybe it needs to be balanced so it can be actually won. But yeah, we'll see. Thanks for watching, and we're going to end the stream now because we're done, and it's been fun. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.